Feliks Zemdegs and Bill Wang, two of the most accomplished veteran color-neutral solvers, ready to go head-to-head in this best-of-5 sets of first-to-3 solves. Competitors will alternate starting solves and starting sets. Bill will be starting first since Feliks chose to go second. But he doesn't really mind starting first or second. He doesn't pay attention anyways. Just focuses on his own smooth turning.
Demonstrating that smooth turning in this solve.
15-second warning.
Unbelievable fluidity. And despite what seemed like really slow turning, he ended with a 668.
I might have seen 1.2 second pause or something like that. It's unbelievably fluid.
8 seconds.
Oh.
5:49.
Wow. Feliks starting off quick. Also getting a ZB, but his solve was about a second faster, and that difference was the F2L.
Seconds. 12 seconds.
Feliks not finding the most straightforward way to solve his F2L. And very disappointed there with an 818. So Bill's going to have an easy time beating this one. Feliks just couldn't find anything in inspection. You saw him hesitate from the middle of inspection all the way till like the end of his solve, essentially. He was hesitating, couldn't find anything, and we'll see if Bill can find something better. Oh, and Bill's finding a nice white cross F2L solution. And a nice last layer, 689, extremely solid from Bill, and he'll take the second solve.
Bill with the consistency. Let's see if he can play that out through the entire match.
Eight seconds. 12.
Oh, Bill is in form today. So smooth. And a 704, a few lockups, a bit unlucky on the last layer case, but just staying very solid, as he's been throughout the match so far. Feliks, he's been inconsistent. One great solve, one not great solve. It seems to have come down to his inspection. We'll see what he sees here.
Second.
6:51.
Nice.
Correct.
Eight seconds.
Very fast first three pairs for Feliks. But locking up on the last layer.
15-second warning.
8:63.
Okay.
Turn. 8 seconds. 12.
And Bill safetying that one, beating an 863. And we have an even set here to start.
Would you say that Feliks has the advantage here?
Definitely.
Second?
He chose to start second, and he will be starting second here, so I have to assume he thinks that's an advantage, and definitely knowing what you need to get is a big advantage, especially when both competitors are super solid in color neutral.
Yeah, absolutely. But the question is, will the pressure get to him? This two-time world champion.
That was a nice first three from Bill, but the fourth and OLL were just not there.
Oh,
And Bill's going to be extremely disappointed with that 789. Experiencing some brain lag there and finishing off that last pair to OLL. Feliks is going to need to safety this to beat a 789 and take the first set.
8 seconds.
I wonder how many OH singles he has that are sub 789.
12 seconds. 12 seconds.
Oh, what is this last pair? Where's the ZB?
See, did he get it?
744.
Oh, he got
Wow.
it. Okay.
Really making us all sweat there with how close that was.
It looked like he might have tried to do a VLS, but he failed.
3-minute break.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that looked like they went wrong there, but in the end, he ended up with a winning time and a win in the first set, 3-2.
A win is a win.
Correct. Fifteen-second warning. Eight seconds.
Seven oh nine.
Okay.
Eight seconds. 12.
And even with that big pause, Bill's still finishing solidly with a 744. Bill's been showing great resiliency through tough situations, finishing solidly even in the face of, unfortunate situations. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Seconds.
$736.
Ooh. Felix
Takes that by
barely
20.
taking that one. Making us all sweat. Both competitors neck and neck. It's really not going in either competitor's favor. They're both kind of struggling, and, well, we've got a tied set.
Also, welcome to Timon for commentating.
Hello.
Timon,
Correct.
go away.
Correct. Fifteen-second warning.
Did Felix move somewhere, or what happened?
He just changed his angle.
Well, his lighting is completely different.
Well, it's the morning
early in
instead of the
morning
evening.
there.
Seconds. 12 seconds.
Ah, and Felix
Wow.
finally solving well until the last layer. Yeah, until that PLL he was solving well.
707.
But the
That
lockups,
did not look like a 7.
I mean,
707.
Yes, I got it.
yeah, and both competitors are just sweaty palms right now. Neck and neck with, average mediocre times. Bill's super solid here, looking good and easily beating that with a 602. Wow, this match has been a nail biter. Every solve, it's unclear who will get, you know, the bad solve, frankly. And, well, it's fascinating to watch. We'll see how these competitors can bounce back. They're both some of the most experienced high-level competitive solvers in the world. But that experience is not helping them so far.
Correct. 15 second warning.
Bring back a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Correct.
And we have been seeing going second winning the solve pretty much every solve. I think going second has been a huge advantage in this match.
8 seconds.
And it could come down to Felix's faster median from the previous round, giving him that second advantage. Oh, but finally, Bill leaving the door open there with a 738. And will the second solver win once again? Well, Feliks trying to beat a 738.
Bill leaving the door wide open.
Yeah,
As
for
said
Feliks,
by
it's
Nightbot.
wide open, for sure.
8 seconds. 12 seconds.
And he's solving well, finding a nice ZB to finish.
659.
Nice.
An absolutely solid. Competitors trading solid solves and trading bad solves. The competitor going second seems to be taking pretty much every single solve here. And once again, just like in the first set, it's 2-2, coming down to the final solve.
If this keeps going on, statistically, Felix is going to win by 1 solve because he had the faster median by
Correct.
0.03.
Correct.
Correct.
Well, those medians do matter.
15 second warning.
Yes.
Seconds.
And the first
Very
solver
solid.
finally putting pressure. Felix with a very nice solve there.
Excellent.
45.
And his turning was just so fluid there.
Last layer.
It's beautiful to watch. But a nice scramble. Is Bill going to be able to beat that 545? Well, that would be quite epic. We'll see what he can do.
8 seconds.
And that's one of the
12.
nicest full step last
12.
layers that you can have. Sexy Sledge T-Perm.
Oh, Bill's looking good. Does he know this last layer? He doesn't in a 662. Wow, every solve has been separated by like a second. And, well, that's the first one where the second solver didn't win. Felix taking the second set, 3-2. This is a nail-biter.
Took 10 solves for the person going second not to win.
Oh, well, for Felix, it came at the right moment. Yeah, the person going second has been winning pretty much every solve until that one.
So I would say Felix made the right decision.
Yeah, well,
Timon is very proud of him.
as soon as he lost the advantage, he made sure to negate it.
Yes, with that very nice 545.
Well, I don't know how to make what to make of this match. I mean, it does seem like Felix has had better solves, like median, well, like some of them, you know, but like they've both been struggling, and like a few of them were very close. So I don't know. Bill's been a lot more solid. Felix a lot more. He's a lot less consistent for sure.
Yeah, but consistency doesn't really matter if you're winning all your solves.
Well, as long as you're winning 3 solves before the other guy wins 2, you're golden.
Will we see a sweep here, or will Bill fight back?
Well, Bill has been super solid, and maybe if the fortune favors him in the right way, he won't lose those
Correct.
close solves, and
Correct.
maybe he'll be able to take a set here.
15 second
I
warning.
mean,
15 seconds.
2-0, you know, it looks like a big advantage for Felix, but both sets have been 3-2, so really small wins, and Bill has been more solid, so he'll probably just keep that up and hope it goes well for him.
8 seconds. 8 seconds.
Wow, and a
That was
631.
really nice.
It's just so solid.
This is like right on the margin of, I don't know if I can safety this for Felix. Like it's really an either or whether or not he has to go all out, beat this.
8 seconds.
Well, of course he doesn't have to go all out, but he can't safety it consistently. But I still think it's... Oh my god.
656.
Yeah, but I still
Unlucky.
think it was like... It was optimal for Felix to go more on the safe side.
Yeah,
on that one.
that was a pretty safe looking solve. I think without that lockup, he would have won. It was just that lockup on like the last pair OLL area.
Correct.
15-second warning. Seconds. 12 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
15-second warning.
15
7
seconds.
seconds.
That was tough to watch.
Indeed.
Dude, Felix's turning has been really struggling in this match.
I think, in general, in the last year or
8
so,
seconds.
his cube has not been
8
set up well
seconds.
for him. He has not been able to control it most of the time.
And Bill looking golden over there.
Well, Bill with a big advantage.
Correct.
2 up in the set. Could potentially
Correct.
take this third set here
Correct.
and inch himself closer
15-second warning.
to Felix's match score. And he will start. That will give Felix the information he needs.
Well, that looks like a really easy X
8
cross
seconds.
on Rain, even though the edge is flipped. Bill seems to be blind to that.
And locking up throughout the solve.
Well, I don't believe Felix will miss that.
Felix
well.
absolutely never misses anything.
One might
Well,
say Bill left the
last
door
match he
wide
missed, like, a
open.
3-move, cross. So he does
Felix
miss.
is inspecting
stroke.
green cross.
8 seconds.
Not
So
this time.
yeah.
I don't think he's inspecting the X cross though.
That looked pretty nice. Did it beat
That looks
725?
like way too many lockups.
739.
Oh my God.
Man. Bill takes the set.
Wow, and a
Bill
3-0
just had
set
enough
from
of those
Bill.
close
Well,
calls. He was like, no, I'm going to sweep him right
I mean,
here."
as I was
He had
saying at the
enough.
beginning of the round, that was a case of, well, the solves were close. If Bill just stayed solid, maybe he would get lucky in the other way. And, well, that's exactly what happened. We saw very similar, like, 7.3s where Felix won by, like, 0.05 seconds. And, well, that happened again. Just barely winning there for Bill with that solid 7.25. And, you know, for a lot of these competitors, they might think like, oh, well, I can safety a sub 725, but you never know what can happen. And in this match, the feeling has been that, you know, neither competitors really got their best form, and, you know, anything can just go
Felix.
wrong.
Felix using radiator strats, both on his cube and on his hands.
Ooh, warming up both cubes and both hands. That was some efficient
Oh, he
radiator
switched
usage there.
cubes.
Oh, so smooth from Felix. Even without that ZB, it's still going to be a really nice
15
solve.
second
15.
warning.
6:15.
Nearly got it there. Yeah, nice.
Eight seconds. 12.
Bill with the interesting F2L strats, but too
Oh,
many
wow.
pauses and an 862. Well, Felix is going to be happy with that. Finally getting a good solve, while Bill, not so much. And he's going to go up 1 in this set. Once you get up 2, it's the end game there, so that's what he's going to be going for here. This is a crucial solve, in my opinion.
Correct.
Correct.
15-second warning.
And Bill will start this solve first.
Eight.
Oh, Bill is so solid, but he got wrecked by that end perm at the end,
Second warning.
netting him a 691. Super unfortunate last layer case for Bill Wang.
End perms really do be like that.
Felix knows exactly what he needs to beat here. A 691.
I'm gonna be disappointed if he doesn't beat this.
8 seconds. 12
Using a
seconds.
lot of inspection. He really wants to beat this. Looks like he
Oh,
just
that was
might.
such a nice last pair. I really like that last pair
Oh
from
my
Felix.
god, he did the wrong ZB.
673.
Okay, he
Oh,
got it.
Oh,
but,
he took it.
my.
Okay, even
That
with the
was-
V turn. And not
Yeah.
even the rotationless
He
one.
forced a V-perm.
unlucky,
Oh
but
my
dude,
God.
that last pair was really nice. I really liked the solution there. It was,
What did he do?
It was kind of like on the other side, and he did some sort of like sledgehammer to bring it diagonal. It looked really satisfying.
I think it's normal.
Mm.
Correct. Correct.
Timon, should
Correct.
Felix switch his V perm to the rotationless one?
Yes.
2-second warning.
I mean, yeah, it's such a like low investment and such a high return. I don't know why you wouldn't. Like even for someone who's so used to an AUG, it's still like the AUG is so much better than no problem.
No,
his turning
Felix.
is looking
Oh.
horrible. Ah,
15-second
I mean, he still has
15
two
seconds.
solves in which he has to win one. If he loses this one, so. Oh well, it's still at 7-10. So
Well,
I
I
mean-
think he got an OLL skip there.
no. He did not.
Oh, he
8
didn't.
seconds.
Okay.
No, he
8
canceled
seconds.
into
12.
I don't know what it's called, but he canceled into OLL.
Can Bill beat it?
Oh, man.
Almost. Oh, they tied. They tied. Well, that's gonna count as a point for neither competitor. We're gonna stay at 2-0.
Minus 7100.
But this actually, makes it so that now it's the same situation in terms of points, but Felix will be going second, so that changes a lot actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. So they will still switch who
Yeah.
starts. But wow, Bill was chasing down a 7-10 and he just missed it, tying perfectly.
Wow.
Judges, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Alright,
Uh,
you can
Felix,
scramble.
go ahead and
Three
scramble.
scramble?
Yeah, the
Scramble?
scramble.
Wow. Well, that was our first tie of
Correct.
season 2.
Well, wasn't that the
Second
first tie ever for
Doesn't Bill go
Simple?
first?
I think that is the first time.
No, you had a tie versus Felix in your best of 100.
Well, no,
Doesn't
that's
Bill go
zero.
first?
Wasn't that like
Okay.
very,
I'm sorry
very
about
late
that.
in the
Yes.
match too?
That's
It
all
was,
right.
yeah.
I was just checking the rules.
Imagine not having the regs memorized. Because
True.
I totally do.
You were literally
8
going by the
seconds.
WTA regs.
12. 12.
We're not going to talk about it.
What?
Oh, Bill.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, my
861.
ears.
Oh no!
If Felix doesn't beat this, he might rage quit.
Seconds.
Nah.
Well, that's what Bill has to hope for here. Because basically any
We'll just
solve
have
from
to, like,
Felix is
make
going to
him
win the
laugh.
match. Oh, he's so safetying this.
He's making the timer stop. He put down the cube and then he stopped the timer.
Oh. Bruh, what?
76.
That looked like a 9.
Oh. Felix is
That
going to
was
take
like-
the match
do
3-1.
It almost looked like he's throwing, but he wasn't.
Nah, dude, he was safetying it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
throw
But like
literally.
it was so safe that it looked like he's throwing, and turns out not.
So, I got to ask about the tie. Bill, you were chasing down a solve. If you had solved that cube 0.01 seconds slower, you would have lost the match right there. What was going through your mind?
It's great that it was a tie. It's pretty funny.
Okay, makes sense. Well, I'll leave this as an open question. It seemed like you were both kind of struggling with finding your best form. You guys were trading like 7s, 8s, and then the other guy was getting like a 6. What do you think that was? What was the dynamic at play there?
Well, for me, I just wasn't solving well, I guess. I don't know. Didn't cube at all today. Maybe that has something to do with it. But maybe for Felix, it's because he just woke up. But he should answer that.
I had a while to warm up. I think probably just similar to Bill, just a function of not being super warmed up and definitely less practice than into my match against Team On. And then, what else were we messing up? The few solves where I just like completely lost my like grip and like turning just went to absolute crap. I managed to I was just trying to not like do any stupid 8s or 9s as much as possible. And I think after the first set, I kept them all like relatively competitive. There were nothing. I didn't like leave the door super wide open, like getting 8s. So that was pleasing. Although I'd like to do a bit better.
So, for the first like 10 solves, we noticed that the second competitor was winning pretty much every solve. And we've talked about how we think that going second is a pretty big advantage. How do you guys feel about like safetying a solve? Like, how much of an advantage is it, or is it a disadvantage to know what you have to beat?
I think it's definitely an advantage to know. Just because, on the one hand, if you know that your opponent got a high 7 or 8 or something, then that gives you you can go a lot safer. And well, what's happening to the video? Oh,
Hi.
sorry, my videos.
Oh my
But going
goodness.
second, if your opponent does a good solve, then yeah, you can. A bad solve, then you can go like do a safety, which is helpful. And then on the other hand, if your opponent does a really good solve, and you have a rough idea of what you need during the solve, then that'll make your decision easier. Okay, do I need to like risk and spam this PLL, or do I need to go risky on F2L, that sort of thing. So it allows you to take risk and take risk on, take risk off when it's appropriate.
That makes sense. I know. I think most of the solves, the person going second, it was a pretty easy time to beat. So like that's probably why it skewed so much in the favor of the second competitor.
Yeah, we just like sucked. Like, when we had to go first, I guess.
Well, I mean, when you had
So
to go
like-
second, you were able. You had like a target, right? Like
Yeah, and just like if you find something like okay in inspection, it's just like a really easy solve. If like you just need like a 7 or something, and you can just get through it like really without too much pressure, I guess.
I didn't even notice at all that the first 10 solves or whatever.
Yeah.
Second person won. I didn't notice at all.
makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed like when Felix is going first, he was getting like I was like, oh, like I know this is the solve I have to beat, but they're not like that hard like most of the time at the beginning, so it's weird. And probably the same for him. It's like, yeah, it's okay. Just means we both suck, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess good match. There were some really nice solves in there. And you guys are both going to stay in the league, which is great news. Good luck in your future matches, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.